Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now, if you don't know already, I'm a political commentator who is critical of political corruption and stupidity, no matter on what side of the political aisle or pond it rears its ugly head. So, if you're a person who loves nonpartisan political commentary, then make sure you click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so that you won't miss any videos. With that being said, let's get into it. For years, I've talked about how the dollar is the world's reserve currency. And when you have the world's reserve currency, you can do a lot of things that countries can't do because people are relying on you. When things go bad in the world, what do people do? Well, countries do. They invest in the dollar. So that gives America a lot of leverage. But here's the thing. It seems like to me that China is planning some type of world reserve currency takeover. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, and let me explain. I noticed some years ago that a lot of countries started selling their bonds. They started, in essence, trading them back in, however the bonds work. And they were doing that because America was kind of wilding. Let's just keep it real. We've been doing some crazy things over here in the West when it comes to the world and oil and all of these different things with these third world and sometimes second world countries. Well, what has happened is over the years with China having all of this power because of the economic situation that we helped them to build, it seems like that they are now in a position to try to make a play to be the world's biggest economic power. And I mean a forced play, not it happening naturally. So the chain reaction of events that have happened with this whole Ukraine situation, you're seeing some things unfold that could only have come to fruition through some planning between Russia, China, possibly India, possibly the UAE, but definitely Russia and China. So here's the thing. The SWIFT global financial system is how you do banking worldwide. It's the primary one. Well, it's funny because there are reports that some Russian banks have announced their participation in China's SIP systems. And this means that anyone who wants to buy Russian oil will have to pay in renminbi, which is the official currency of the People's Republic of China. It means people's currency in Mandarin. So think about this, because you don't want to look at things in a vacuum. You want to look at things holistically. So you have Russia do this short-term propaganda to try and give themselves a reason to go into Ukraine. Okay, they had people on their side when they were talking about NATO encroaching on their borders. But then what happened? They decided, they first of all made that mistake with their chief of their spy chief that accidentally said the quiet part out loud about wanting these two areas in Ukraine to join with Russia instead of saying we want to give them their freedom. They made the mistake doing that. But then Russia went in and started attacking everywhere in Ukraine. And people are like, well, why are they doing this? That makes absolutely no sense to do because the Ukrainian president said, hey, man, us getting into NATO is a dream. So in essence, this is not going to happen. Putin didn't care because that was never his plan. Then once he gets in there, what happens? They veto the UN Security Council, Russia does, and China abstains. Then you look up and Taiwan has Chinese planes flying over it now, while Ukraine is attacking Russia. Then we find out that these Russian banks are now joining China's system, their banking system. So it seems like China is saying, hey, everybody, if you want to come over here with us, it's kind of like Suge Knight saying, if you don't want your producer in the videos. You remember when he was at the Source Awards and he was like, you don't want your producer all in the videos. Come on over to death row. That's what it seems like. It seems like China is like, come on over to death row. Come over here if you want to do some business, because America full of crap. We don't like America, and we're trying to do this takeover, but without actually saying that. So you can't look at just one thing. You have to look at the combination of things that's happening. China's making a play while Russia's making a play, and Russia is hoping that China backs them, because the Russian economy has taken a major hit, and it's going to be even worse when their stock markets open. Again, this is insanity, but this is what happens when you have individuals who are authoritarian minded and they're running countries. So now I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this subject matter? Put it in the comments section, and don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell before you go. Thank you for watching.